Okay, I'm here with Daniel, who's been doing loads of stuff during the lockdown. He was a busy man before, and looks like almost as busy, if not busier, now it's all happened. Do you just want to tell people a little bit about yourself, what you do, basically?
Yeah, of course. So before lockdown, I'm a DJ and live music promoter. I love my music scene. I love Ipswich in general. I think they've got a really cool creative scene here, lots of talented people, and yeah, try and get as much involved as possible. There's some really great venues in Ipswich. There's some great initiatives and schemes happening as well. So yeah, I do what I can to support. So yeah, in the meanwhile, as we're in lockdown, is to stay focused pretty much. So I'm doing stuff. Can you see me all right?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I'm doing lots of stuff in the background. So one of the things that I've joined up and been a part of from day one was Ipswich Anti-loo Brigade, which was started off by David. And David is also known as British. He's a local rapper in the music scene. He approached me and asked if I would be involved in this group. And the idea behind it is to create an online community. And we want to bring people together so they can autonomously support one another, you know, because during this crisis, we need to be able to link and we need to be able to communicate in other ways. It's so important to. I think people lose touch with the power of social media, and social media has been great in being able to contact people that we wouldn't necessarily linked up with if we were still in normality. So yeah, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, that seemed to come about really quickly as well. The group seemed right up there as soon as the lockdown happened.
We responded very quickly. We looked around and saw what was happening within the community, and we didn't see much community response. I think we were one of the first to actually be created. And during the first initial days, just to give you an idea of the impact of the group, we were getting over 600 messages, updates daily. And a lot of those requests were requests for support in terms of shopping. It could be in regards to prescriptions, getting advice in regards to what was happening. So yeah, we were linking up with support services and schemes in Suffolk so we could give people the right information there and when.
Yeah, that's all great, really great stuff. Before the lockdown happened, I noticed you'd been putting together some sort of meetings for different, as well as musicians, the venues and stuff to all work together, which is something I'm keen to get behind. And I think we've got that in Ipswich. It's you mentioned before that you do like the scene in Ipswich. How do you think it compares to other areas? Do you think you work well together?
Yeah, which is interesting because personally I look at Bury St Edmunds. Bury St Edmunds as a music scene is really, really compact. They've got a lot going on. They're really supportive of one another, and what I like, what's happening at the moment, like certain venues that are doing fundraisers and they're connecting together with local musicians and artists, and they're really just making sure that whatever they can do within this current climate, they can actually put forward to people on social media so they can get behind it. The really nice thing I've been witnessing is open mic nights in Bury. So yeah, it's really effective. And in Ipswich, I'm trying to gather up musicians and artists as well and actually promote that there are other ways to create. Just because we're in this environment doesn't mean that we stop creating as people. I think it's so important to use whatever vessel you've got as a human being to create. And just be you know, it's so important.
Yeah, do not stop and to keep going. And you've been doing some online DJ streams and that sort of thing.
I have. That's been interesting. The Facebook police have been on my back, Andy.
Well, is that the copyright and things like that for the music?
It's interesting from my point of DJ sets, and I try and play music from like funk, soul, hip hop, jazz, reggae, bossa nova, all sorts, even a bit of rock, psychedelica. Played all sorts in my sets, and I always try and keep it quite out there because I know if you play anything on a commercial level, the Facebook police will start. So yeah, it's important for DJs to be respected in a sense of what they're doing during the lockdown, because it is a way of making people feel uplifted. And it's the same with musicians and artists. One of the things I found out, Facebook are paying PRS. So they are actually entitled to be paying for this, but they're not necessarily doing it. So it's been interesting from my perspective. So
yeah. So find the stuff out as you go along. And I see today, literally a few hours before we're doing this interview, you've announced you've got an online festival happening on Saturday. Is that this Saturday?
Yes,
Yeah.
on Sunday. So this Sunday we've got an online music festival. It's in regards to autism and ADHD. They're a company that I work alongside while supporting and teaching students at a college. And they're an incredible group of people. Dr. Annie Clements is the CEO of Autism. Probably, if you look at the impact they've had as a company since they've been running, is absolutely incredible. It's on a global scale, and she is a predominant force in the world of autism and ADHD, and the team of people I'm connected to are really knowledgeable and quite innovative in their approaches of actually putting information out there and helping solve complex problems and issues that may be seen in the world of autism and ADHD as being complicated. So yeah, it's great to have them involved, and I'm running this this Sunday from 4 p.m. till 8:30, and we've got so many great people involved, from the likes of Ben Goebel, Murray Collins, we've got Josh Block, we've got Joe G, Adam Thomas, great group of people, and Adam Walden and Dion Clark as well. So yeah, lots of people involved, and it should be a fun day for all. So if you want to be a part of it, you can join our Facebook page, which is Online Music Festival for Autism and ADHD. If you search that up on Facebook, you'll be able to join and be a part of the festival.
So I'll put a link under the interview to that as well, so people can
Thank you.
do that. Anything else that you've noticed during this period? Is anything else sort of about the way people behave, or if you've seen anything inspiring from other people?
I think what's happening at the moment, which is really interesting, just because when you're in normality, you don't necessarily focus on all the small things that are happening. You pay closer attention to all the small positive impacts that people are having. It's 10,000 odd people in this group, so we see every little tiny bit of activity happening. And what's been really nice is the fact that people are disregarding what they have done and actually focusing on humanity and focusing on helping one another during a really tough time. And that's beautiful to watch. We've been seeing lots of different things going on, and people running initiatives and schemes and support groups, being groups specifically around mental health and well-being. So yeah, it's been really nice to see that. And I think that is a change that I would like to promote in the future. This pandemic shouldn't be the reason why we are being so much more nicer to everyone. We should continue to do this after the pandemic is over.
Exactly, yeah. Brilliant. Well, thanks a lot for your time with us, and cheers for everything you've been doing. Keep it up, and great speaking to you.
Thank you.
I hope, I'm sure it will. Hope the Sunday, not Saturday, goes really well. I'll certainly be listening and having a beer along as well. And the interview might have cut out a little bit there. That's the reception. It's not the Facebook police. I'll just let people know that we're not being edited here.